Alright everyone, welcome back to event number 18 of Summer Showdown Season 2. This is the last event on the brown track and we're going to kick things off with Gravedigger Surf versus Squidward. And Squidward will edge out the win and defeat Gravedigger Surf. Next up we've got Northern Nightmare versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will get the save, but Northern Nightmare will get the win. Next up, we've got Alien Invasion versus Octonator. Very close there. They both have turnarounds, but who is going to get the win? It's close, but Alien Invasion will get the win and defeat Octonator. Next up, we've got El Toro Loco versus Mr. Krabs. And I don't know, it looks like Mr. Krabs. Close race there, but El Toro Loco will get the win. Next up, we've got another Max D battle here between Max D Fire and Max D Nitro. And Max D Nitro will get the block and defeat Max D Fire. Next up, we've got Monster Mutt Dalmatian versus Velociraptor. And Velociraptor will get the win and defeat Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we've got Iron Man versus Prowler. Iron Man a little slippery there, and the winner is going to be Prowler. Next up, we've got El Toro Loco Ice versus Batman. Batman will fall off the side and kind of wedge himself right by the stunt truck, and El Toro Loco Ice will get Next up, we've got Son of a Digger Fire versus Glaze Machine. And Glaze Machine will get the win and defeat Son of a Digger Fire. Next up, we've got Gravedigger Fire versus Earthshaker. Earthshaker with a crazy crash and Gravedigger Fire will get Next up, we've got 32 Degrees versus Monster Mutt Husky. And 32 Degrees will block and defeat Monster Mutt Husky. Next up, we've got Lucas Stabilizer versus Higher Education. And Higher Education will finally get a win on the brown track and defeat Lucas Stabilizer. Nice win for Higher Education. Next up, we've got Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire versus Yeti. Yeti almost got the crash block, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire is going to get the win. Next up, we've got Team Hot Wheels Firestorm versus Megalodon. And Megalodon will get the win and defeat Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. Next up, we've got Thunder Roars versus Sparkle Smash. Sparkle Smash will slide, and Thunder Roars will get the win. Next up, we've got Ice Cream Man versus SpongeBob. This is the last race of round 1. Oh, Ice Cream Man almost had it. She would have gone straight, but SpongeBob will get the win. Starting off round 2, we've got Squidward versus Crustacean. And Crustacean will get the win and defeat Squidward. Next up, we've got Northern Nightmare versus Dragon Ice. Northern Nightmare will turn around, and Dragon Ice is going to get the win. Next up, we've got Alien Invasion versus Mohawk Warrior. Mohawk Warrior tried to go for the block, but Alien Invasion is going to get the win. Next up, we've got El Toro Loco versus Blue Thunder. Oh, and Blue Thunder will get the win and defeat El Toro Loco with a tiny block. Next up, we've got Max D Nitro versus Bakugan Dragonoid. Bakugan Dragonoid will crash, and Max D Nitro will get the win. Next up, we've got Velociraptor versus Bad Company. Bad Company will hit Prowler, and Velociraptor will get the win. Next up, we've got Prowler versus the Monster Jam Stunt Truck. And Prowler will make a comeback and defeat the Monster Jam Stunt Truck. Next up, we've got El Toro Loco Ice versus Ghost Crew Gravedigger. Ghost Crew Gravedigger will smash into the wall, and El Toro Loco Ice will get the win. Next up, we've got Glaze Machine versus Soldier Fortune Gears. And Soldier Fortune Gears will clip and crash Glaze Machine for the win. Nice win for Sandy. Next up, we've got Gravedigger Fire versus Avenger. And Avenger will block and defeat Gravedigger Fire. Next up, we've got 32 Degrees versus Patrick. Patrick had the lead, but 32 Degrees will come from behind and defeat Patrick. Next up, we've got Higher Education versus Mechanical Mischief. Mechanical Mischief will roll over, and Higher Education will get the win. Next up, we've got Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire versus Roger Dodger. Roger Dodger has the lead, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire will come back and defeat Roger Dodger. Next up, we've got a battle of the Megalodons here between Megalodon and Megalodon Ice. Megalodon Ice gets up on a bicycle, but will still kind of block and defeat Megalodon. Nice win for Megalodon Ice. Next up, we've got Plankton versus Thunderosaurus. Plankton will hit the wall, and Thunderoris will get the win. Next up, we've got SpongeBob versus JCB Digatron. This is the last race of round 2. Oh, it's close, but JCB Digatron will get the win and defeat SpongeBob. Kicking off round 3, we've got Crustacean versus Dragon Ice. Dragon Ice tried to get the crash block, but Crustacean is going to get the win. Next up, we've got Alien Invasion versus Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder will fall off the side and roll over, allowing for Alien Invasion to get the win. Next up, we've got Max D Nitro versus Velociraptor. Max D Nitro with a slow start. He's trying to come back, but Velociraptor will get the win and defeat Max D Nitro. Next up, we've got El Toro Loco Ice versus Prowler. Oh, Prowler, can he come back? No! El Toro Loco Ice with the win. Next up, we've got Avenger versus Soldier Fortune Gears. Soldier Fortune Gears will crash and Avenger will spin out, but Avenger will get the win and defeat Soldier Fortune Gears. Next up, we've got Higher Education versus 32 Degrees. Higher Education will hit the long 32 degrees with a very far pass. We'll get the win and defeat Higher Education. Next up, we've got Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire versus Megalodon Ice. Monster Mutt Rottweiler Fire tries to come back, but the winner's going to be Megalodon. Next up, we've got Thunderoris versus JCB Digatron. This is the last race of round 3. JCB Digatron tries to go with the block, but Thunderoris will get the win. Let's meet our quarterfinalists. Inside Crustacean, we have Larry the Lobster. Inside Alien Invasion, we have Aunt Autumn. Inside Velociraptor, we have David Olfert. Inside El Toro Loco Ice, we have my mom. Inside Avenger, we have Grandpa. Inside 32 Degrees, we have Carol Crane. Inside Megalodon Ice, we have Plingle. And inside Thunderoris, we have Colt Stevens. Who will get the win? Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be Aunt Autumn or Larry the Lobster? And Larry the Lobster will block and defeat Aunt Autumn. Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be my mom or David Olfert? And David Olfert will get the win and defeat my mom. Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be Carol Crane or Grandpa? Grandpa will crash, and Carol Crane will get the win. Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be Plingle or Colt Stevens? And Colt Stevens will block Plingle for the win. Our semifinalists are Larry the Lobster, David Olfert, Carol Crane, and Colt Stevens. Who will go to the finals? Will it be Larry the Lobster or David Olfert? David Olfert will get a crash block and defeat Larry the Lobster. Who will face David Olfert in the finals? Will it be Carol Crane or Colt Stevens? And Colt Stevens will get an epic block and defeat Carol Crane. We started out with 48 of the fastest summer-themed monster trucks, and now we've made it down to the fastest 2. Let's meet our final round contenders. Coming up first, representing Team Throttle Monster, looking for his first event win of the season, this is David Olfert and Velociraptor. And in the other lane, your very first winner this season, representing the Apex Predator, this is Colt Stevens and Thunderoris. Who will get the win? And David Olfert will get a block and defeat Colt Stevens. This is the second time Thunderoris has come up so close, but still great job out here from David Olfert and Velociraptor, as he will gain the next 48 points to the season. What a crazy event for today, event 18, the last event on the brown track until season 3 next year. But we're going to take a look at our top 5 in the points here. Coming in 5th place, knocking Dad to 6th, will be Sophia and Sparkle Snash with 571 points. In 4th place will be Plankton with 593 points. In 3rd place will be WNT Smiley and Roger Dodger with 626 points. Coming in 2nd place will be Plingle and Megalodon Ice with 642 points. And remaining your season leader, yesterday's champion, is SpongeBob Fan 23 in the JCB Digatron with 666 points. Now, it really comes down to the top 5 here. Sophia just now entering, but it seems like only the top 5 or 10 are eligible of winning the season, which knocks out anyone below them. So tomorrow we'll be exclusively doing the orange track for tomorrow and the finale, event 20. But that is it for today's event, and we'll see you tomorrow for our second to last event, event 19, and we'll see the brown track next season for season 3.